So first of all, we will discuss about the electric potential energy. Sometimes it is also known as the electrostatic potential energy. So the most important thing, this concept is only valid for conservative fields. We cannot apply this potential energy concept in non-conservative field. So for the sake of convenience, I have chosen a positive charge plus Q. And because of this charge Q, there is a field from this point to infinity. And in this field, we have chosen two different points, point A and point B. And I assume that there is a charge plus Q placed at point A. And if this charge plus Q is placed at point A, then due to plus Q charge, there is an electrostatic repulsive force acting outward like this. And this force will try to move out this charge Q. And if I want to maintain the existence of this charge plus Q at point A, then what I have to do? I have to apply the equal force in opposite direction. Because of this electric field E, if F is equals to QE, then the minus QE should act in A to B direction. You got my point? So to make the existence of this charge Q at point A, I have to apply some external force. So because of this external force, we have to do some work. We have to do some work. And this work is stored in form of potential energy to maintain the system. And this stored energy is called the electric potential energy. So guys, work done from A to B, that can be calculated as from A to B F external dot dr, because this force is a variable force. So because of this variable force, work done is equals to UB minus UA. If UA and UB is the potential at point A and B respectively, then for the sake of convenience, we use the potential energy at infinity as 0. So if I take this charge Q from infinity to this point B, then what will be the work done? That will be equals to UB minus 0, that is equals to UB. So how can we define the electric potential energy? The electric potential energy is the work done by an external force in bringing a charge without acceleration from infinity to that point in electric field is called electric potential energy at that point. The main important thing is the charge should be taken from infinity, and when I'm taking it from infinity, it should come without an acceleration. So these 2 points are very important in order to explain electric potential energy. So if you think an example of a mass dropped from a height h. For example, I am standing on the roof and I am dropping a ball from the height h. So as the ball comes down, its energy increases. Kinetic energy increases. Potential energy decreases. So did I do some work? No. Work is obtained. The work and the force and the displacement both are acting in same direction. So if the work is positive, it means potential energy is decreasing. If I throw the same mass from ground to a height h, then force and displacement are in opposite direction. Work is negative, but the potential energy increases. So this is the important point. When work done is positive, the potential energy decreases, and when the work done is negative, then the potential energy increases. Okay? So guys, how can we calculate the potential energy because of the two charges? So let us assume the charge Q and the charge Q naught placed at a separation R, and according to the definition of electrostatic potential energy, if I move the charge Q naught from point B to point A, then the work has to be done against the electrostatic force. So this work is stored in form of energy. So first of all, I have to calculate the force acting at point Q naught distant R. So this is equals to K Q naught upon R square. So if I'm trying to move this charge from point A to point B, then what will be the work done? Force into displacement from point A to point B. Okay. So guys, here position is varying. So K Q naught is can be taken out. So we will have to integrate 1 upon R square. So the integration of 1 upon R square is minus 1 upon R. Putting the value of upper limit minus lower limit, we got the expression K Q naught 1 upon RA minus 1 upon RB. And as we know about the concept of potential energy, we have discussed in the previous slide that UB minus UA is minus WA to B. As potential energy increases, work done is negative. So I put this expression here, multiplying by this negative in this internal part. So this become RB minus RA. If this point A is at infinity, then the potential energy at this point A is 0. So putting this expression here, we got the expression UR is equals to KQ0 upon R. It means the electric potential energy is directly proportional to the product of two charges and inversely proportional to the separation between the two charges. It's a simple expression. Okay, but remember, if you are applying this expression, you have to put the charge Q and Q0 along with their sign. If one of the charge is negative, then this will become KQ minus Q0 upon R. You have to put the sign because it is a scalar quantity. Next, if there are more than two charges, how can we calculate the electrostatic potential energy? So guys, let us assume there are four charges, Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. So these four charges are making a system. So this Q2 is applying a force on Q1, applying a force on Q4, applying a force on Q3. And they are trying to repel each other if the four charges are of same polarity. So if I was asked to maintain the system, so some external force has to be applied to maintain the system. This external force will do some work, and this work will be stored in form of potential energy. So first of all, we have to calculate the number of pairs. So if there are n charges, then the number of pairs will be n into n minus 1 upon 2. Here we are getting 6 pairs. 1 pair, second pair, third pair, fourth pair, fifth pair and the sixth pair. So because of these all 6 pairs, there will be some energies, and since potential energy is scalar quantity, we have to add all these along their sign. So the total potential energy will be equals to U12, U13, U14, U23, U24 and U34. So put the expression and you will get the potential energy due to a system of all these charges. We will take a numerical to find out how to calculate the potential energy because of this system. So there are 4 charges of 1 microcoulomb, 2 microcoulomb, minus 3 microcoulomb and the 4 microcoulomb, which are kept on the vertices of a square of side 1 meter. So we have to calculate the electric potential energy of this system. So guys, there are 4 charges. It means there will be 6 pairs. So pair 1, pair 2, pair 3 and pair 4, and the 2 pair will be along the diagonal. Okay. So we know that it's a square, so this distance is same, this distance is same, this distance is same and this distance is same. So 4 pair will have the same separation and 2 pair along the diagonal will have the same pair. So guys, this side is 1 meter and the diagonal will be root 2 meter if I apply the Pythagoras theorem. So we are applying the concept of electrostatic potential energy between two charges. So it will be K upon R, Q1 Q2 plus Q2 Q3 plus Q3 Q4 and Q1 Q4, these 4. Okay, plus I call this distance R dash, K upon R dash, Q1 Q3 and Q2 Q4, Q1 Q3 and Q2 Q4. Okay, put the values of charges and the separation. After solving, you will get your answer, that will be equals to minus 7.62 into 10 to the power minus 2 joule. So what minus sign signifies here? The negative potential energy means positive work by the electric force in assembling these charges from infinity to respective distances. I have already discussed it. If these charges are of same polarity, they will try to repel each other. We have to apply some external force to maintain the system. So we are getting it here from the expression. So this is the process how to solve the electric potential energy. In my next course, I will discuss about the electric potential. If you have some problem or some doubts, you can just write me directly or comment. You can write in comment. Thanks for watching.